isa sa kinaka-proud ko sa warehouse team members natin is that kahit gaano kadami yung volume, sige lang. Oo, ganun lang sila. Ganun yung attitude. May attitude sila na parang, bring it on. Kaya namin yan.
Welcome to the Payo E-Commerce Academy podcast, where we help you with your e-commerce journey. Here is our host, Alexsa.
Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Payo E-Commerce Academy podcast. I'm Coach Althea, and this is my co-host, Coach Dennis.
Hello.
And we're excited to be back for another episode this week. Now, because this is an e-commerce podcast, you might have heard us touch on warehousing and fulfillment before. Well, for today, we wanted to dive deeper on this topic. Your warehousing and fulfillment process can make or break your online business, so it's important to understand more about it. To teach us more on this topic, we have Payo's IT product owner with us today, Alexsa Romero. Welcome, Alexsa.
Thank
you.
Hello.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us here today. So I'm sure our listeners are eager to learn about, again, more details on the warehousing and fulfillment process. So let's get into it. So let's start maybe with an overview. So what are the main steps involved in the e-commerce standard process for warehousing and fulfillment?
Actually, all of the processes begins with the order management. So we will not be able to fulfill anything if there's no orders from our clients. So, but before we get the order, of course, we have to have stocks. Okay, so there will be supplies from the merchant, and then in Payo, we receive these supplies from different merchants, and they have a choice if they would like to have it stored in our warehouse or have it picked up in their own warehouse or wherever they wanted us to pick it up. And then when we have the inventory already, that's the time that we could do the order management. So all the credentials, the systems, or the tools that are needed for the merchant, it will be set up. So we could do the processing of orders. When there will be the order, when the credentials are already set up, then the customers or the clients, the end customers or buyers are now can order through different platforms. So we also have marketplace like Lazada, Shopee. Now we have TikTok and different platforms like Shopify, Facebook. Actually, almost everything na Payo can offer, di ba? So once we receive that order, papasok siya sa system. It will be in our system, and then we will prepare the fulfillment. So that's where the magic happens in the warehouse. So we do the packaging, picking, packaging, and then even the dispatching of orders. And then all of these processes is involved in our system, whereas all of the inventory is updated in every step of the way. So that's one thing that we can be proud of, because in the beginning, the stocks of the stocks or the restocks is already updated in our system, and up until it's dispatched. Yun. So there are no worries for the merchants na they don't have stocks or there's a problem or discrepancy in the inventory. So that's the overview of the e-commerce or warehousing and fulfillment in Payo.
I see. So from what you shared, basically every step of that process, it's like being updated, like live in terms of the inventory.
Yes.
Okay, that's cool.
And actually, of course, Payo can serve every requests of the merchant. We do everything that they wanted us to do. So even if it seems difficult or impossible, we make it happen. So even there are platforms na parang hindi na natin sakop, we do our best to get those data na hindi na, we make things possible.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I think it's because of the Payo team,
Right.
the different departments involved na talagang, yes, let's make it happen no matter what.
Yeah. So yeah, basically we are committed in solving the pain points of our merchants. Actually, yung first touch pa lang, we analyze and assess ano ba yung need nila, no? And then we have our own, of course, the operations, and we have the tech team
Tech team.
skilled to to customize whatever that is, di ba? Bespoke solutions, ika nga.
So that's actually something I want to touch on more. So can you elaborate why, flexibility, agility, these are like important things when it comes to the warehousing and fulfillment process?
I've been in a company before na hindi sila very open sa technology.
Oh.
And that's way back 2019. Oh my God, malalaman kung nasa na. Pero, okay, reality check. And then, we proposed different system, like warehouse management system, to that company. And the chairman believed that kaya siya ng Microsoft Excel lang.
Oh, wow.
And it's a multinational company. Like,
Wow.
different brands, hundreds of stores in the
Wow.
Philippines.
Insane.
Imagine. And then yun lang yung gamit na system. Diba?
Right.
There's a lot of discrepancy that could happen. There's a lot of error.
What's the volume of orders? I'm just curious. Like volume of transactions per month.
The store is about 200 in the Philippines. Imagine, they operate on a daily basis. Ano siya? Food.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. Well, the reason I ask kasi Excel itself,
may
may limitation up to
limitation.
65,000 lang na
Correct.
rows.
So very challenging kung yun, parang the management is pushing for Excel, 'di ba?
yeah. And even I don't know how to defend that because chairman na yung pinagpe-presenta namin and hindi sa kanya. Ano po magagawa namin?
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so moving forward, nakita ko yung difference kapag yung company is very open to technology or improvement, which is nakita ko kay Payo. And mag-share ka lang ng pain point and bigyan mo ng anong mga possible system to that. Open si Payo to that, na parang i-improve talaga yung system. Ayun, so since nakita ko na yung difference, mas magiging efficient tayo and effective in processing the orders and making our customers or clients happy. And of course, increase their sales kasi nabibigay natin sa kanila yung need nila.
Yeah.
In the right time, 'di ba? Parang pasok sa lead time nila. And of course, may ikot ng pera kasi yan. So, kapag nabigay natin sa kanila agad yung orders, mababayaran sila agad, and then ikot yung money nila. So, that's the importance, I guess. I think, of course, I believe, ng systems, updated sa systems, technology. And if hindi ka talaga open sa improvement, mapag-iiwanan ka.
True. It's such a competitive landscape, especially now.
Especially now, more on technology talaga, automation.
Yeah, pero just to add lang yes, technology is very helpful in any organization, pero it's just a tool, 'di ba? At the end of the day, you have to have like a defined business process.
Agree.
Even before acquiring a solution, 'di ba?
Correct,
A software.
Super agree with that. And tama naman, tama Sir Dennis. Thank you for mentioning that. And before you actually provide like improvement in the tools or solutions, you have to have an established process
Yes.
in which dapat lahat ng affected stakeholders approve sa kanila, walang conflict, and efficient, walang waste. Madaming dapat i-consider kapag nag-set tayo ng standard operating procedures eh. Kasama dito yung time, yung affected stakeholders, ano yung mga necessary equipment, tools, templates, and if you could...
People.
People itself. Kung tama ba yung taong ilalagay mo dun sa process na yun, di ba? Kung equipped ba sila to do that? Trained ba sila to do that? Yun. So, there's a lot of important factors in setting up a standard operating procedures. And of course, importante din na kapag nakapag-set ka ng SOPs na yun, ma-roll out siya or makascale siya properly and aligned sa lahat ng involved persons.
Yeah.
Ayun.
That is so true. Actually, I want to delve more into that. So, can you give best practices in terms of the process in warehousing and fulfillment that would ensure the accuracy and like the quality of the work that is being done, especially since in the logistics sector, diba, like you're shipping products, like different products from, let's say, different companies and different places then. So what are the best practices you can share or like have even applied that ensure the accuracy and efficiency?
Okay, sa warehouse kasi natin, we have different products. We have food, we have medicine, we have uh, equipment,
Yeah.
technology,
Different
gadgets.
different merchants,
Yes, different
different
merchants,
categories, etc.
different requirements.
Right.
Yan.
No.
So, I believe that what we need to consider in this processes is that identify the need of that certain product before accepting it.
Yeah.
At least we know what kind of product is that. And so we could prepare the process, the necessary process, kung paano siya iso-store, kung paano siya
Right.
i-deliver, and kung paano siya ibabalik sa atin ng good pa rin siya kung
Right.
sakali.
If I get you right, like iba-ibang dimension of products, iba-ibang nature of the product. Like for example, if it's an ice cream, definitely it's gonna be a different process, di ba? Kaysa sa dry goods, no? Yung mga small items is different from big items, di ba? When it comes to processes. So it's really hard to define a standard, di ba?
Correct.
It has to be like tailored
according
fit
to the
depending on the
version talaga.
product, depending on the requirement. Correct,
Yeah.
correct.
And yun nga, to add din, no, actually we have quality standards in different products actually.
Yeah.
So pag food, meron niyang quality sa FDA, di ba? So we have to consider at least the basic requirements. Diba? So, sa storing, kailangan yung temperature or hygiene, diba? Yung safety, food handling, yun. Lahat yun kinoconsider sa processes natin.
I think ang mga common denominator pa rin at the end of the day is you clear yung process.
Yeah.
At the same time, may accountability.
Correct.
Especially like preparation of proper forms. Yung mga accountability forms yung tawagin like yung GRN.
Yeah.
Mga delivery receipts, transmittal slips, and whatnot, manifest. So those things should be in place in any process.
Agree. And siguro to add, hindi lang si process owner or yung nagre-receive yung responsible to that, but also yung for example, si merchant. They have to take part. Mag-file sila para, kung ano yung ine-expect nila, yun din yung ine-expect natin na darating. Parang walang discrepancy. Yun. So,
Correct.
Really a partnership.
yeah.
So I think you touched on this a while ago, how important it is for companies to be open to tech, especially if you're in logistics. Can you share some of the tools or the technologies that we use to kind of make the whole process better, more efficient?
Right now, what we can share is the career portal. Meron tayong algorithm na pinagmamalaki natin, na which kung saan we allocate the logistics provider according sa, of course, sa POV ng merchants, mas mura yung fulfillment or yung logistics fee.
Yeah.
Diba? Tapos madideliver siya according to SLA. So that's one of the tools that we're using right now in Payo, which is very customized sa atin, di ba? And para makapagbigay ng mas happy feedback para sa customers natin. So that's one of the tool.
Yeah, it's like a complicated algorithm that we implement. And kudos to the IT team.
Yes.
Yeah. Na like choosing the right optimized courier partner for every for every single
SKU, every order.
Oh,
Every
Shipment.
order. Every order talaga.
Yun. Tapos it's seamlessly pushed to our third party partners.
Directly na siya napupunta
Sa kanila.
So,
And it's two-way, meaning pag may status of the delivery update from the 3PLs, it's being passed to us as well automatically.
I think that's just like one example of, how tech can really like help in reducing errors, making things faster. Like imagine manually allocating careers for each
Right.
order. I feel like that would be a nightmare.
Mm. It has been a nightmare for so many years.
And now we're happy that we
Yeah.
did.
Mm.
So with that, like in terms of the effectiveness of like the tools and the technology we use, is there a certain way we can measure that just to see like, oh, this works, this doesn't?
I think we could measure the effectiveness depende na lang sa feedback din ni customer.
Mm.
Diba? More of kung gaano kataas yung complaints before compared now.
Right, right.
And right now, I believe, compared to 2022,
Yeah.
it's a significant, significant number na mas mababa na yung naging complaints. Yes, hindi naman tayo perfect, diba?
Yeah.
Right,
We
right.
have this customer complaints na siguro delayed yung packages, yung mga ganong issues. And right now, what we're striving is to make it, lower than the standard margin,
Yeah.
di ba? So, that's how we can measure the effectiveness of the things that we do, all in all. Kasi, customers naman yung end, natin. And, kumbaga, sila ang huling maghuhusga.
Ah,
sa
yeah, yeah,
amin,
yeah.
di ba?
Yeah, on a practical approach,
Mm.
their feedback is the measurement of
Yeah.
the technology that we implemented. But just to add, no, one realization, for example, we implemented yung dynamic routing. That dynamic routing kasi is that it automatically assigns riders based on the batch of orders and the locations. No? So we found out that our current riders are not fully utilized based on the recently implemented technology. So that nangyari doon is that may what do you call this, may nanganak na new service ni Payo, which is the on-demand delivery.
Yeah.
Because to really, somehow, sayang kasi yung utilization ng riders, di ba? So might as well use it from with other services. And that's additional revenue stream for us, di ba? At the same time, additional service that we can provide to our merchants.
Yeah.
So that's another significant benefit of implementing technology. You'll be able to realize these things, no? Utilization of resources, your people, and whatnot. Parang ganon.
Yeah, and also like I guess listening to feedback, like you guys said, like and really understanding the pain points of our merchants because like we won't be able to innovate to make their processes better if we don't really know what the problem is, right? So,
Yeah. Another example, yung barcoding. We used to have mistakes in pick and pack process, no? But now, with the newly onboarded barcoding facility, care of Alexsa,
nice.
with the help of Jazz, yun nga, very minimal if not, wala nang mistakes when it comes to pick and pack.
Nice.
Yun.
Okay. So I think we have talked a lot about like the technology and the processes. So let's go a bit now and talk about the people who are actually like working at the warehouses and also like making sure that the processes are again followed. So how would you say the training would be for, members of the Payo warehousing and fulfillment team, and how do they stay, or how does the company help them stay motivated in what they do?
It's the management din.
Hmm.
I've talked with several people sa warehouse na matagal na actually na nasa warehouse. And I asked them what makes them stay.
Yeah.
And it's the management because mabait yung management.
Mm.
They are very considerate. No? Pero I think one of the things that motivates these people in reality is that despite of all the challenges, hindi sila pinapabayaan eh.
Mm.
Like, if there are challenges that in the operations itself, they try to help each other na ma-solve siya as soon as possible and not let that certain team or people break down.
Mm.
Okay?
Mm.
And isa sa kinaka-proud ko sa warehouse team members natin is that kahit gaano kadami yung volume, sige lang. Oo, ganun lang sila. Ganun yung attitude. May attitude sila na parang, bring it on. Kaya namin yan. Ganun yung attitude na, even though, ganito, no, merong times na kailangan talaga nilang mag-extend ng hours. And even though, kasi sometimes, hindi naman natin makokontrol if may, halimbawa, may mag-leave, diba, na parang, hindi scheduled.
Yeah, tsaka may mga double-double na mga promo, di ba? Yung mga 10-10,
may mga ganun,
9-9.
na parang, though na po project naman natin kung ilan yung kailangan natin manpower, pero sometimes may mga inevitable cases talaga.
Right.
Ganun. Pero yung attitude nila, sige lang, go, bring it on. Sige ma'am, kaya namin yan. Mga musakas sa kanila, ano, kaya pa? Sila, oo naman ma'am, ganun. Yung attitude, that's one na meron ang Payo warehouse team na I believe that dapat ika-proud ng Payo and of course alagaan.
Yeah.
Diba? Yun. Kasi if you don't have that kind of attitude, aalis ka.
Yeah. Kahit na magandang process and technology, you cannot parang surpass yung ganung klaseng attitude and culture.
Yeah.
And I think it's good that like they see it as like, instead of being discouraged, it's like, oh, it's a challenge. Sige.
Yeah. And they help each other.
Yeah.
Kasi before sa team na yun, parang assignment of merchants yan eh. So, sometimes there are merchants na mas mataas yung volume, mas mababa yung sa kabila. Pero nagtutulungan sila. Makikita mo na, sige ate, ako na muna dyan. Ako, nag-observe lang kasi ako sa kanila.
Yeah.
And see, nakikita mo talaga na nagtutulungan sila. Sige ma'am, mamaya na kami, tulungan lang namin to. Yung gano'n. Nakakatuwa yung the attitude of the people talaga.
That's
Right.
really nice. And I think that's why, that's how a team should be, na parang, you guys win together. It's not like, oh, this is my win, like, bahala ka na dyan sa ginagawa mo. I think it's a very nice culture that the warehousing team really has. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, in terms of the warehouse itself, what are the standard processes we have in terms of keeping it, making sure it's safe, it's secure, because again, we have a lot of merchants, we have a lot of products in the warehouse. So, syempre the price ranges from like, different price ranges. So, how do we ensure our merchants na your products are safe with us?
We set a methodology in the warehouse called 5S. Actually, 6S na siya kasi we included safety. So, 5S stands for sort, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. So, in that project, nag-set din kami kung paano ba dapat natin hinahandle yung mga wastes sa loob ng warehouse.
Yeah.
Paano natin lilinisin yung mga kalat, 'di ba? Paano natin isa-standardize yung paglalagay ng mga items sa warehouse itself para mas madaling ma-identify kapag nag-pick na lang sila. Madaling ma-visualize ano yung certain product na to, kung pare-pareha sila na SKU, magkakaiba lang ng kulay. So we set visual pictures, we set the name and the SKU number in that specific location sa bawat bins. And also, 5S, sustain. And we keep, hindi lang siya one-time implementation. Kumbaga, kinikip natin yung methodology na magawa. Also, yung 6S nga is the safety. So, we've also set guidelines kung paano ba dapat pinipick yung mga items, lalo na kapag nasa third level rack na siya. Diba? Kasi, of course, safety first.
Yeah.
And, what else? I think we also have this, layout improvement in the warehouse wherein meron kaming yellow line kung saan hindi dapat lumalagpas yung mga say, tao, pati yung mga products para hindi sila masagasaan ng stairs. Kasi meron tayong gamit na stairs and jack pallet. So, yung simple initiatives like that will help the warehouse more organized.
Yeah.
And safe, yeah.
And safe. Yeah.
I think that's so important because, like, aside from the safety of, again, the staff, the warehousing team, I think how an item is stored says a lot about how the customer will receive it.
Yeah.
So, I think by having efficient warehouse processes, once the customer receives the item, it'll be like something na parang kinuha lang from the store. They picked it up from the store. It hasn't, like, you won't even notice na parang it's been in storage or anything. And I think that's what all merchants want.
Yeah.
Right.
One of the improvement then is to reduce the handling.
Mm.
The number of touches in that
Mm.
in the product. Kasi
Yeah.
tama kayo. Hindi mo mananotice na ilang tao yung humawak dun sa product mo from the beginning.
Yeah.
And since we have this implementation in the warehouse, mas makikita mo na inaalagaan yung products hanggat makarating
Yeah.
kay customer.
And like eventually that also lowers like the possibilities of returns and all that. So,
Claims.
yeah, win-win.
Claims, yeah.
Claims.
So, with everything that you've shared, can you tell us what role does warehousing and fulfillment play in the overall success of Payo's operations or any business's operations for that matter?
I think it's the bread and butter.
Mm.
It's the milking cow of the company.
Yeah.
Because without this fulfillment, without being able to deliver what is expected from us, wala tayong income or wala tayong sales. Diba? So that's the value of the warehouse and fulfillment. Sila ang
Just the heart, the core and the heart.
the core and the heart.
All right. Like, I learned a lot from our discussion. So thank you so much, Alexsa, for those wonderful insights. It's obvious from our discussion earlier that merchants really need to pay attention to their warehousing and fulfillment, because if they want their business to succeed, they can't do it without an efficient warehousing and fulfillment process. So, if any of you actually, if any of our listeners are looking for a reliable warehousing and fulfillment partner, you can send a message to Payo. You can email us at info@payo.asia, or you can simply send a message to our Facebook page. So again, thank you so much, Alexsa.
Thank you.
For joining us today. And that's it for today's episode. For more content on anything and everything e-commerce, don't forget to follow our Payo E-commerce Academy podcast. Bye!
Bye.